Anytime now, whenever you're ready.
Can you believe that there are armed forces, militias, and rebels that believe that children make good soldiers? But it's not because of their guns or how strong they are, but because they're used as sex slaves and cannon fodders, which are easily replaceable and easily replace people during times of war. So when I heard this is what got me interested in child soldiers, and so my name is adejesus, and my speech will cover exactly what child soldiers are, why they're recruited, what they go through, and what has been done about them. So child soldiers, the definition of a child soldier defined by UNICEF, which is a United Nations organization developed to help child in need and mothers around the world, is that anybody ranging from the age of 7 and 18 that take part in an armed group, and they're used as fighters. A lot of use for the girls. They're used for sex slaves, spies, cooks, porters, messengers, and like I said, they're cannon fodder. According to a CNN article, there's currently 250,000 children used right now. They're found in Africa, in Colombia, where you find the Revolution Army. There's also in Uganda, Asia, and Sudan. The red right here, those are the kids from ages 15 and under. And in the lower, lighter place, there's lower than 18 that they're trained to. So now, why are they recruited? Like I said, for cannon fodder. And so from the book that I read called Using Children in Armed Forces by T.W. Bennett, she talks about that they're recruited, they're kidnapped from their homes and schools to join these militias, and many of these kids join these militias willingly because they feel like it's their only way to survive. Now, this is a testimony after they're recruited from a 12-year-old girl. She says, "I closed my eyes and fired the gun, but I didn't hit her, so I shot again." She said, "I had to bury her and put dirt on top of her." The commander officer said, "You'll have to do this many more times, and you'll have to learn not to cry while doing this." This was found from a CNN article, and shows the horrible things that they're forced to do once they're recruited. They're also brainwashed, given drugs, and sent out to kill. Now, after the war, these child soldiers, once they turn into adults, they also have to live with long-term effects, which include psychological problems, since many of them have to deal with the murders they cause, and the girls and boys who were used as sex slaves have to deal with that. Also, since they're given so much drugs as a kid, they end up with drug addictions. And lastly, I will talk about what has been done about this problem. Firstly, in 2000, the UN adopted an optional protocol that prohibited children to be forced from recruitment under 18, and this was ratified by more than 110 countries. I got this information from a UN article, from a UN report that's done every year. Then is the International Labor Organization. They also prohibited the use of forced children under 18, and this was ratified by more than 150 countries. And lastly, there was also many organizations and programs like UNICEF, Invisible Children, and Amnesty International, and they all support and lend aid to children after and during their time. So, to conclude my speech, I'd just like to say that I've showed the struggles that kids go through and while they're being child soldiers. So that's it.
good, thank you.